Hi, so we'll go over some reincarnations today. I see Brian Tess. This was a woman, a witch with dreadlocks and ugly features, who killed 70 sons of this guy was a mix of a camel, a wolf, and a stirrup. See stirrup, Star Wars mythology. His name was Beowulf, kind of a play on Beowulf. She tracked him for years as he spread his seed across the universe. She had to fight Super Saiyans and Gungans, which is Star Wars, and Gundams, which is anime. Gundam and Gun, okay? The witch had a wooden wand that would shoot out force lightning. She was force sensitive and knew spells of Harry Potter and the Ent magic of Middle Earth. So she was very well rounded in all that. Her name was Brian Tess. Then we've got Brian Tez with a Z. Humanoid creature that rode on a half camel, half wolf. Gymnocalcium platans. That's a type of cacti. That's the feet and the head, and it's humanoid, okay? So those features, but humanoid. And then C. Ingeld on Wikipedia. What has Brian Tess to do with Christ? That's the abs formation. That was like written on him. I saw it as like ink on him, but more like that's the formation, as in his abs were made of that phrase or that question. So was 6 million-year-old turd auctioned for 10,000? A fox poo by Brian Switek. Shoulders, back, neck, arms, chest. Okay, remember it's all humanoid. So it looked like a human and ran on and rode on that half camel, half wolf. Now it ran the wheel for, as in the wheel in the sky keeps on turning. These are as cherubs or as drivers. They run wheels in spaceships in the sky for situations and stuff. Like, what's the situation, Captain? That General Grievous says in Star Wars, and the situation from Jersey Shore. Those are like products of this type of, they're just ways of showing how this is going on. So, Hot Lips Page benefit concert, Sid Catlett backstage activity. Okay, he had a heart attack backstage. If you go to Sid Catlett Wikipedia, okay, if you see that. So, and then ran wheel for Eric Ambler's autographed photo of Zuddy Singleton. See Zuddy Singleton Wikipedia. And ran wheel for Larry Laverne Ball from 1950 to 1980. He was a football player, okay? So all that's Brian Tez. Now Brian Tej with a J, spiritual creature. He had a spiritual creature, okay? He had beast-like tendencies to, have a spiritual creature, just as some people do works spiritually. And remember, on my channel, I believe in grace and mercy of Jesus Christ, that you don't have to do any works to get into heaven. But I believe that there are works manifest through us that we do automatically if we believe, okay? So they're not required, but you just do them anyway because you're suffering for Christ, okay? We are all on the cross daily, or carrying the cross, just as Jesus daily, just by believing in him. So, and there's a split. There's been a split happening since Obama and Trump where people believe, but they don't chew the cud, as in don't read the Bible or don't believe in that all of it is real, that the spiritual realms are real, and that the Bible is like a rocket science space book, and fantasy book that is all real. It's all actually happening. Middle Earth is real. If you believe in flat Earth, the Middle Earth is real from the firmament. But the flat Earth is nonsense, though, because the Grox is true. That's how you know that's nonsense, because that the Egyptians were all cartoon type creatures, and that they are all mapped out on the geography because we're under the spirit of Egypt right now with Obama and Trump being the two beasts of Revelation. So Brian Tej, spiritual creature. Star Wars, Jawas creature, mixed with slaves on Tatooine like Anakin's mom. 50 slaves, all blood and sweat, including pod races. Okay. Brian Tej, from 1950 to 1969, was a mechanic in downtown Miami, Florida, would swim in the ocean and lift weights, read books on golf and aviation to know about end times. So he related it all through that type of outlet, okay? And he knew he was very wise because of that. So, and then Bryans, okay? A prolemurus with the head of a clown that would scare the animals that harmed humans and would scare demons. It had a laceless football and would challenge the demons in the waters when they would pass through the gateways through the waters, okay? A game of who could get the ball and get on land with the ball. That was the game. So, because some demons, there's a whole thing about demons in water. Some demons can't pass water, and then some, to get to Earth, they have to go through the waters in a gateway type fashion. That's shown on the DC map out of Washington, D.C. that Grok shows. It's all by the, the 23 represents the Mickey Mouse ears. The 23 is the gateway, or Psalm 23 represented an iPeg goat 2 when Obama throws the shoes, so to say, and becomes the betrayer, becomes the 44. So, all right, so then this here. Now, these are the reincarnations, okay, in order. That's the order of them. So I'll let you take a look at that. That's the order. Now, 3760.4 is the radius of Venus. 1864 and 1850 are the ciphers of Gematria, if you go to gematrinator.com, of Shmi Skywalker Lars 3760.4. Okay. And 1584 400 equals those multiplied. Then 348568 equals those that product times 0.22. Because the 22 is the point at this point, to get to the crossing. So then here's the Strongs of all the Bryans that we just went over. It equals like Agruo, Cathero, Obed, okay? Take by hunting to cleanse destruction. So something like hunting the animal and then cleaning the animal. It's all like Buffalo native symbolism, which I thought was very interesting for these Bryans, which, Brian in the films is a 108 that acts as a 109 deal, and the 109 deal is a native deal, and that's Brian Paul Walker, Brian Spillman. So that's interesting. And then the Brian was the dog and Family Guy, but I don't really watch that show. I don't know a whole lot about it except that it's very cynical, but he was hit by a car, so, and he could talk. He was anthropomorphic, so something with that, but like respecting the animal. It's all respecting the animal, and the animal is like not just for the pride of the hunt, but to use it fully to, be full with what you're doing. So, all right, and then this right here, I do this sometimes with the numbers, 34, 85, 68. Now, the 48 equals Chrissy Teigen, so we can just plug her name in there with the 48. The 3 would become a C Chrissy Teigen. 56 is like... it slips my mind what 56 is, but it's very spiritual number as well. Or you could break it down to be EF, Martin Van Buren would be 8 there, okay? Plugging in one president for one phrase, okay, in a gematria phrase. So Martin Van Buren would become the 8, but that's a phrase we can break down for hours. I don't know what all this means. That's the thing. I'm showing you this before I even go over it and decipher it myself. So I'm gonna spend some time now and actually break down what all this means. But I'm showing you first. So And here's the thing. I tend to think better at night for some reason. It's like during the day, it's all just like a puzzle, like I can't figure out. But at night, it seems to be like, oh, this is this, this is this goes here, this goes here. And like I can decipher it. It's very weird how that is. It's like the sun limits me. It's like a reverse Superman or something. It's very odd how that works. And that's also Keanu Reeves' name. His name shows up there, and he was in the film 47 Ronin. So he was in a lot of films, but that's my favorite film that he's in. So, all right, thank you. Have a good night.